Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Jigsaw discussion video. Before we get into this, I know I haven't done one of these for a while. I know a lot of you guys really appreciate and enjoy my Saw content, be it theories, speculations, pitches, or anything else like that. So I am really happy to say that I'm never going to give this up. I know a lot of people think that I must be running out of content. There's just not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to a franchise that we have no new movie coming out from and everything like that. But the one thing I do love about Saw, and probably why it's one of my favorite franchises of all time, is that it just has such a convoluted, twisty, turny narrative that somehow still tight-knit and the continuity is still pretty intact, that I think a lot of people really sleep on this franchise. I really love it. I hope you guys really love it as well, and hopefully you're not here unless you either appreciate it or adore it or something else like that. Before we get into this though, I want everyone to look at the title. You saw the thumbnail, you saw everything that kind of led you into this video. I noticed something for this video that got me really excited. One of the reasons I wanted to do it, that thumbnail, I'm going to put it right here on the screen. I love it. I absolutely love it because I'm going to give you some context for where this image actually shows up in the original film. Obviously, this is Saw 2. Probably some people don't know that. Although we had seen Amanda and Daniel Matthews go into the bathroom as they were trying to escape Xavier during the whole mess in Saw 2, we didn't get this shot until nearly the very end when we got the realization that Amanda was now John's apprentice, the person who was going to take over for him after he dies. And this is the shot that they showed us. And one of the things I love about this shot is it's kind of a foreshadowing to the scene that we're going to get in Saw 3 where we have Amanda taking out Adam. This is kind of the very first time we see it, and I'd be really interested in wondering, and I'm not sure if anyone's ever said this, whether or not this scene, probably Lee Winnell or one of the producers or someone, decided that because of this shot, this ominous kind of over the shoulder with Amanda and Adam, why they decided to film that shot of Amanda taking out Adam in the very next film. It's kind of foreshadowing, like I said, and it's one of the things I absolutely love. Like I said, this is one of the things I love about this franchise. It's just there's so much there that you don't always see, and as many times as I've seen all of this stuff, I've never noticed this before, just a direct call to what's going to happen in the next film. Anyway, let's get right into this. So, did Dr. Gordon tell Amanda to go save Adam? So a lot of people will remember that in the very end of the first Saw film, before Dr. Gordon actually crawls his way out of the bathroom, and also during the very end of the 7th Saw film, when we realize that Dr. Gordon has not only been alive, but he's been helping Jigsaw in some capacity throughout the events of Saw 2, Saw 3, and Saw 4. We don't get any flashbacks of Dr. Gordon helping or interacting with anybody else in the group. No Hoffman, Amanda, Logan, or any of these other shots. So at least around Saw 7, we have this idea that Dr. Gordon only has a close-knit relationship to someone like John, and we have no idea, and Saw 7 would even suggest that Hoffman had no idea that Dr. Gordon was in on this, because it seemed like a realization that Dr. Gordon shouldn't have either been alive or had any knowledge of who he was or where he was going or where that hideout was. And we can also interpret, based off the conversation with Jill and Hoffman in Saw 6, that Hoffman believed that he was the last person intact to actually keep the games going. So, with that being said, Hoffman obviously didn't know much or anything about Dr. Gordon. But did Amanda know anything about Dr. Gordon? And did Dr. Gordon, based around his relationship with John, did he ask Amanda to go free Adam or do something with it? But because of her twisted mind, did she take those words or take that initiative to make it known that she was going to kill Adam? And a lot of people have their different interpretations of what the death of Adam might actually mean. My theory is that it's somewhat of a mercy killing that kind of weighs more heavily on Amanda's soul than anything else that she does throughout the entire series. I've already debated in another video whether or not Hoffman was somehow framing Amanda when it came to the death of Troy and Carrie and all these other people, that she was blamed for having rigged the game. Also, going back to Saw 6, where she and John go into the rack room as Hoffman is messing with the gears. And if you think back to the whole rack in Saw 3, there was no real way of opening that. It seemed like kind of a messed up trap, the same way that Troy and Carrie's was as well. There's evidence there to suggest, at least in my opinion, that Hoffman was doing all of this not only to blackmail Amanda at the pinnacle of her test in Saw 3 in order to kill Lynn Dinlin and thus assure not only her death but John's as well, but also laying the breadcrumbs for John to find and start blaming Amanda to set up the game in general. As I've already discussed, Hoffman doesn't know about Dr. Gordon. I don't think Amanda knows about Dr. Gordon as well. So given what we know about Amanda's involvement with all the traps that we were shown Dr. Gordon being a part of, specifically the bathroom trap from the very first film, the Venus flytrap from the second film, the mortuarium for Saw 4, and the very essence that he picked Lynn Dinlin personally for the game in Saw 3, it would suggest that Amanda had no real involvement or relationship with Dr. Gordon throughout the entire series. If you go back and watch Saw 3, it's pretty clear that the only interaction Amanda ever had with Dr. Gordon was kidnapping him in the parking garage during the first Saw film. And that's why I really don't think that he had any connection with her and told her to go actually save Adam. As I already said, I think she did it primarily as a mercy killing because she didn't want Adam to sit in the bathroom and simply rot away as John promised in the first film. Plus, I think this is worth mentioning, and I'm sure some of you in the comment section below have already decided to put this down there. In the original script for Saw 3, you had Amanda purposely wrapping the chain around Adam's leg so that when he struggled to get out of the bathtub, he would unplug the water and the key would float down the drain and basically keeping him stuck forever. This isn't something that we got in the film, and it's not even something that was actually referenced or shown during the breakdown in the Saw 3 room where Amanda's dying, and we're getting a glimpse at all the people that Amanda has killed. We get to see her suffocating Adam. We get to see Carrie, and we get to see Troy, and we get to know, or at least we're supposed to realize that these are the games that John is talking about, as I already mentioned. We're not really sure, and I'm not really sure how her throwing the key in the bathtub pertains to Adam and her guilt over him, or whether or not she wanted to mercy kill him. But as it all boils down, I really don't think that Dr. Gordon had any relevance in the decision to kill Adam. I don't think that Dr. Gordon even knew where the bathroom was. As John says in the tape that he leaves for him in Saw 7 and Saw 6, he says that despite all the places that he has shown him over the years, he has one that will perhaps be the most meaningful. It's pretty clear that 1, Dr. Gordon doesn't know where the bathroom is. 2, Amanda and Hoffman have no relation to him whatsoever. We're not sure yet whether or not Logan knows of his existence, but I think if they want to tell Logan's story, I think it would really distinguish him as apart from all the other people. And if they were able to bring back Carrie Ullis to play Dr. Lawrence Gordon again, it would allow those two to have a much more interesting dynamic than just having brought back Hoffman or anyone else who probably doesn't know about Logan either. So that's just all I have to say about this. It's just all the facts that I've gotten from the movies that would indicate that Amanda did this on her own and Dr. Gordon had no involvement with it whatsoever. I do know this is a popular fan theory, so share your thoughts, opinions, speculations, and things I might have missed in the comment section below because I really want to see whether or not I'm right here. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Tell me guys in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button and also share this video out to all of your friends so y'all all can kind of join the conversation. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It's been real. Okay, one last thing before we end this. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about this as well, and I just wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on it. There is somewhat of a big hint that Dr. Gordon is involved. Amanda knows, and maybe even Hoffman knows about Dr. Gordon's presence in Saw 3. Primarily being all of the medical equipment that they seem to have, some of it being from Dr. Gordon's hospital, and at the same time Amanda's ease of getting a medical equipment to do John's surgery and to help Lynn along with everything that goes on in that film. I really think that Jill and Logan have really kind of thrown a wrench into that. I think we could argue, and we've yet to see the entire story with both of these characters, that might suggest that they were the ones helping along in this situation and not really Dr. Gordon, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Another example that was in Saw 3 is when John tells Jeff that he can have the hospital there, the ambulance there in 4 4 minutes if he were to simply forgive everybody and stuff like that. So, I mean, take it as you will. I'm just going to kind of stick to my guns here. I don't think that anybody knew about Dr. Gordon, and that's why he was an asset more so than an apprentice. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's been real.